She gets a 3-star review, goes into like hyperventilation, like she's like freaking shocked.
Furious. He needed extra pillows. He needed more trash bags. He needed more toilet paper. He needed a vacuum. Oh, he needed a drying mat. Oh, a fan. I provided all of these things to him. And he got used to just making requests. He's like, this is cool. I can just get a bunch of stuff from Amazon and I don't have to pay for any of it.
Welcome to the Millionaire Mentorship Podcast. We're going to do a quick podcast and we're going to do a little bit of bitching and complaining today. And we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of real estate, Airbnb, short-term rentals, and everything in between. We want to get a lot off our mind today. I've got my partner, my business partner, my best friend, and my wife, and my baby's mama, Eden Kearns. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you really don't ever want to be on social media, but this is something that really got you riled up last week. You got a 3-star review on Airbnb. Your head blew up, and you were like, I mean, you couldn't even talk to me all day long. Like, you were upset about it. Like, for people, and this is funny, is I'm the guy who gives bad reviews, and
that's our family karma, so Thank you very much. And you're not going to be allowed to do that anymore. Do it on your own account.
So this is just what she said. That's your fault, is what she basically said. The reason that she got a 3-star review is because of something I did. You'll figure that one out.
Husbands, you know what I'm talking about. It's always your fault somehow, some way. Okay. So let's get right into the 3-star review.
So you got a 3-star review and you were devastated. Prior to that, you've been a Superhost for how long?
I've been a Superhost for going on 8 years. I have 153 5-star reviews.
153 5-star reviews.
And I need to...
How many 4-star reviews have you had?
Well, I got one.
So you've had one 4-star...
I just got that too.
So you were 153 5-star reviews. You've had one 4-star review and one 3-star.
And then I got smashed with a 3-star review. And that just it decimated me.
Right. And so when you brought that to me, what did I say?
You went, how do we get it removed? You know what I mean? And so, here's the funny part. Let me just try to this. So I had posted authentic reviews, like 2 4-star reviews on her Airbnb on properties that we had stayed in that really had issues. And I wrote reviews and both of them were removed. So I was like, if those reviews could get removed that were authentic and this guy's just jamming her. Okay. All right. So a couple of things so that we can bring you value in our rant is the removal of reviews is a newer option. Have you been unfairly reviewed? Right. Okay. If you have a crappy, dumpy place and you deserve the 2-star reviews, then you're bringing a bad name to the Airbnb or short-term rental community. I don't work like that, okay? And so that being said, have you been unfairly reviewed? And that's how I felt. I felt like I had been unfairly reviewed. But so let's just quickly talk about disclosure, and set the expectations. See, that's what you and I have been talking about, right? It's easy to get 5-star reviews when you have a $500 a night place and it's beautiful and the neighborhood is gorgeous and the property is amazing, okay? But here I am, I'm in the land of diminishing returns, I feel like I am now.
What we do is we had a 31-unit apartment building, long-term rental, no parking, no elevator, 4 stories, and it's beautifully furnished. It looks great.
Midtown. Central.
And listen, we're talking
heart
between
of city.
$45 to $65 a night, top end. Okay.
Top end.
So we're dealing with almost a weekly tenant or somebody else that's a little bit nicer. But listen, let's just break it down. So you got the review from this person, and I remember when this person checked in because you're still dealing with a lot of this stuff. Okay. And
yes.
so tell me what happened. So let me
set the stage with where I went wrong in the beginning was I gave Mr. Blank too much. Right. I said yes too many times. Yeah. And that set the expectation for him to keep asking for more and more and more. And then finally, when I created the boundary, it was shocking to him. Right. And he got offended, right?
So what did he ask for?
Oh gosh, I mean, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, he needed extra pillows. He needed more trash bags. He needed more toilet paper. He needed a vacuum. He needed a drying mat. I mean, it was Oh, a fan. That was one. He said he doesn't like to blast the AC at night, and he wanted a fan. Okay. And I was like, okay, it's on its way. All right. So I sent him a fan from Amazon. I provided all of these things to him.
Yeah.
And he got used to just making requests. He's like, this is cool. I can just get a bunch of stuff from Amazon and I don't have to pay for any of it. Okay.
She just keeps bringing it.
So then finally, when I got to my breaking point,
he asked for trash bags.
He asked for a bunch of supplies, and he was staying for a long-term stay. And the way we operate is we will get you a starter pack. We will give you enough for quite some time. And then you add it to your grocery list.
Right.
That's how everybody else does it. Okay. I've never gotten a complaint, and I've had 100 midterm guests.
Well, yeah, and we just stayed in one in Mexico, and they gave us like 3 dishwashing pods. And no laundry detergent.
And 3 rolls of toilet paper for 8 guests. Mind you, this is for 1 to 2 people, these units. Okay?
Right, and we were
8 guests, and we paid $1,000 a night, and we had 3 rolls of toilet paper for our stay.
Yeah,
okay?
and so anyways.
So this gentleman, finally, I had to create a boundary. And I said to him, I'd like to let you know that this is the way we operate. You get a starter pack of these essentials, and from there, you're on your own. And I said, and if things are not working out for you here, I will happily let you go of your commitment, and we can part ways, and no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
And he was turned around from that moment on, okay? And, but he did settle down, okay?
Yeah.
He stopped asking for things.
Stopped asking, but he's just fuming the whole time.
But now it's building. Now let me set the stage that this gentleman was having a home remodeled. He just moved to Kansas City. He was having a home remodeled, and we all know how remodels go. Okay, any hard close date, you can laugh at that, all right? And that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then he had to keep extending his stay.
Well, but if he's extending his stay, that means that he likes where he's staying.
He likes it for the price. You know, he wanted to spend what he wanted to spend, but he wanted like the Hyatt or the Hilton pricing, but
all right, so let's fast track. So you provided this guy. I know my wife, she goes way above and beyond that for everybody. She shouldn't. We're trying to get her out of the business so she's not involved with it anymore. But anyways, she gets a 3-star review, goes into like hyperventilation, like she's like freaking
furious. So let me break down how to have this removed, because when Troy said that he put a couple of bad reviews, he broke Airbnb's policies. There's just a couple of policies, okay? So what happened here was this particular guest asked for money back for several different things, okay? And if you're gonna ask for money back and then you're gonna leave a negative review, you're gonna be in a direct negative kind of consequence there. And so number one is, if you're asking for money and holding that review over someone's head, it's a violation of Airbnb's policies. Boom. Okay, so that was number one.
Right.
Number 2 is he lied.
You can't
multiple
do that.
times. Okay.
What did he lie about?
Okay, he lied about that the place was dirty. He said that he was having. I can't recall everything right now, okay? But there was multiple lies that I could refute in writing through our very long text dialogue, which is all in the portal. So I sent all of that to Airbnb too. And then lastly, guys, was if it was so bad, why did he extend 5 times? He extended his stay 5 times.
Yeah.
How bad could it be?
You're a jerk. You know who you are. Big jerk.
So that being said, I presented all of this information to the go-between at Airbnb. Let me give you another piece of advice. Please make sure when you are giving them all the facts that you are having them read them back to you, because sometimes English is their second language.
Most times.
And
all the time.
This fella that I was giving the information was taking notes and leaving out very important, pertinent pieces of information, changing my whole statement. And if that would have gone over to whoever was reviewing, I would have probably gotten denied.
Right.
So anyway, long story short, They kept me on hold for a while, back and forth. I supplied all the information, documentation, He came back, he said, thank you so much for being such a great host, and we have removed this review. And I felt like just vindicated. Yeah. I felt like I won the lottery. I felt like I won the Super Bowl. I mean, Well,
then it's the power of the review too, really, because on that same token, Danny, he's sitting there. We've got this garage door issue on a property that we install. He can't get anything back. I leave a 1-star review on Google. The guy calls me back, like, what the hell? Give me the review back. And I'm like, anybody that cares about the reviews is going to care about this and get back to us. And then we go into the whole, and he does. I turn it into a 5-star. Everything gets solved. That's the power of the review. But the funny other thing is, we're going to talk about the ugly side of real estate a little bit. I know you got to go in about 5-10 minutes, but just how hard we've been pushing for the last couple of years, and just how some things they don't always work out. Like we expected to have this thing rented more than we do currently, and then
this place,
yeah, at Main Street, and then just some other things like property managers that we've had problems with, and just even going into the one lately where we have these people that Kansas City's got this stupid ordinance called Healthy Homes, and you got to register your properties to be on there. And so this lady reported us to Healthy Homes, even though we had a what is called a lesion moiety, which means act of God, where temperatures go on a 35 historic low, everything froze. We had several properties that had issues. One of our nicer properties had issues. We put this person up in our Airbnb, which rents out for $300 a night. $350 a night. And what did the cleaners say about this person?
And they were slobs. And so the cleaners who came through, after these folks that we placed from an act of God, they had some frozen pipes and some, we wanted to get them into a safe, secure, warm, comfortable place. They had nothing but problems and complaints for us, and they left it worse than these cleaners have cleaned hundreds of units for me. They said they left it worse than they had ever seen before. Soiled all the linens, blankets, tears in the drapes, they took my laundry pods. They stole the rest
How many do you think they took?
I don't know.
They stole the laundry. Maybe that's why. Maybe we haven't had any laundry pods ripped off before, but maybe those people in Mexico have. That's why we only get 3.
So, you know what I mean? We've just been getting, we've been getting hit with just
and then the other day,
tougher side of property management.
One of my tenants here in the Main Street, I guess, called the city on me for us paint and putting some flooring in on the property, and now I got to go deal with the city code official, and that happens all the time. And the other side of real estate is the stuff that you don't hear about. You don't hear about people losing money. You don't hear about complaints. You don't hear about the stress that happens.
Let's go into what set us off into the ugly side of real estate was the last month with the freeze, the ultra Arctic blast that came through the nation that made places like Florida cold and Texas freezing.
Right.
And Kansas City, we got whacked hard. And we look back and we're like, what could we have done differently?
Right.
Pipes burst. They ruined brand new expensive hot water heaters, which then rendered no hot water for a 31 unit building where we had placed a bunch of tenants from other houses. We as a team have been running around cleaning up act of God messes and then getting kicked in the teeth.
Real estate was passive.
It's been aggressive.
And listen, this is the thing. I just told my wife the other day. She's like, God, I'm so tired. I'm so burnt out. I'm so this. I'm like, listen, you don't think I am? I'm the same way. I'm like this. That's when you push harder, right? And that's what we're trying to tell you. Listen. It's not hard. It's very hard to get to the top, right? And so what happens is I could completely kick back. I could say, hey, let's fire everybody. Let's sell some assets and let's chill, right? But that's not how I'm wired, right? I think you know that.
Yeah, I know, but you keep promising it. And then
I said, listen, I will put this on video so she has something to go back on. I said 2 years.
Two more
We pushed
years.
for 2 more years.
But more.
Yeah, more.
Because I heard, because we did that
2 years effective today.
Today.
2 years we push hard. I think we can probably make a good chunk of getting this property rented out in the next year while we're here. We'll go down to Florida. We'll kick ass over there. Listen.
We'll do it again, probably. We like it, Troy.
Yeah.
We like it.
I do better when my back's against the wall. I can tell you that financially 2023 wrecked me. Like, it really crushed me. I had like a bad beat on a lawsuit. I got really crushed on that situation. Several properties I had to bring into, properties that took a long time because I partnered with other people and,
interest rates.
Interest rates just crushing your soul. Listen, I love what I do. I could completely quit at any point in time. But the reality is, you got to enjoy the challenge. You got to enjoy getting to the next level. And if you're going to level up and you go from, okay, I bought this commercial property, that was tough. I bought this commercial property, that was tough. I bought this commercial property, that was tough. We bought a 31 unit, that was tough. Now we got this property on Main Street.
Stabilize.
We've
We
never bought anything that was ready to go, ready to turnkey. And I was telling her, I was like, well, hey, what do you think about doing something more passive yesterday? And she was like looking at me strange, like, what are you talking about? I was like, just buy something nicer that doesn't need any work. That's always what we can do if we decide, like, hey, let's go. But we'll always be investing in real estate, and we'll always be trying to teach people how to invest in real estate, because it's truly, no matter all the negatives that are happening right now, these are just mad people. These are small-minded losers, okay?
And it's just moments in time. It's moments in time.
And they're
it's
losers.
Not always like
okay,
this.
Listen, let me just tell you something, okay? Specifically to the person that I'm talking about that stayed in that Airbnb and stole your damn freaking...
Oh, those people.
Those people. Losers, okay? You got 4 people renting a property. None of them can put 2 nickels together to get their own place. So that's number one sign is like, I was like, we're never renting to 4 people that have to be on a lease.
But let's go back to the power of the review. Now, why were they...
No, the power of the complaint.
Well, but why were they the filthiest guests our cleaners have ever seen?
Because they don't got a review.
There was no review attached to it.
Yeah, they got no review.
And they had no concern about anything.
Pigs are us.
They were like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't steal the coffee pods and the creamer.
Did you check? You better go check.
So I just really want to go back to how you can get a negative review removed, okay? You need to focus on Airbnb's policies, and if they violated Airbnb's policies, okay? And it's check if they lied, and how did they lie? You know what I mean?
Yeah, check if they lied or if they tried to extort you.
And did they threaten to give you a bad review if you didn't give them money? Okay, right. Those are the big ones.
Real quick, we've got our mastermind coming up.
We do.
April
It's exciting.
25th, 26th, 27th. Kind of one of those things like I told you, I was like, I don't want to do these anymore.
That was fun.
But the last one,
the last one was like a good one. It was great. And we felt really good after. I didn't feel exhausted like I did in one of them.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, the one
just
in
that
Vegas.
one in Vegas was tough. But so no, it's a good time. I mean, it's, everybody said, how much value it brought to them. And I just always tell the story about when we were all done and we had just gotten off the bus from Topgolf and it was like winding down. This was the last
right
part.
In the back on that.
This was the last part of the 3-day event, okay? And everybody like filtered off the bus.
And everybody's just sitting there.
Everybody's just like standing there hanging out talking.
Danny was there. He's just freaking, nobody was leaving.
Nobody was leaving. They weren't like trying to go.
Yeah.
And it really spoke to me that we had a really good time.
We put on a good event, yeah. And listen, if you're out there and you're trying to get into real estate, even though we just probably scared the shit out of you.
Nah. We'll continue to do it.
Yeah, listen.
We do this. What we do. This is a little bit of the brand.
I've had my back against the wall so many times. I've had the state of Nevada try to shut me down for my towing business. I've had building inspectors. I've had cops pull gun on me. I've had homeless people threaten me, and I wouldn't change a gosh dang thing. Listen, so many people work jobs where they have no purpose. They have nothing that they can feel satisfied with, rewarded with. Like I said, every month I'm losing money on this property, but I'm rewarded when I come here and look at what I've accomplished. And I know.
But that's just for now.
That's just for now. Listen, that's just for now. But here's the thing: is like, if you want to quit. Like, we could talk about physical fitness here a little bit. My mind always wants to quit when it comes to working out. It's just like the way it was. When it comes to business, I don't ever want to quit, right?
But can I point out something major, right?
No.
He said no. Zip. If you don't want to get up and go to work today or yesterday or tomorrow, do you have to go?
No.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
I don't have to go.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
In fact,
choose to.
It's less expensive for me to go to work because one of my largest expenses is payroll. And so if we were just to like say, hey, let's just shut everything down, which we're not going to. We have Danny in the room with us right now. I wouldn't be talking like that. But like if we want to shut everything down.
No, but that's always like it's the bargaining chip. Like we could, if we wanted to, tomorrow, shut it all down.
Yeah, shut it all down.
Live a happy old life wherever we want. You want to go to Italy? Do you want to go to Paris? We'll go.
Are we talking about doing that right now? Yes. Like the next thing that I want to do, and I would love to hear your guys' input, is I want to move to Mexico. I've decided it. It's like, it's happening. I don't think our country's headed in the right direction. How long, and this is, so just so you guys know who are listening right now, if you want to sell your wife on something, you got to lay the groundwork super early. Too many people make the mistake of saying like, hey, we're going to do this and I'm going to sell this right now. How long have I been nurturing this Mexico thing?
No, it's been a while, but you're slow and steady wins the race. That's how you do. Okay. Yeah. You're a patient game and you kind of just play it like that. And so, yeah, I mean, I'd probably go. I mean,
yeah, but like 3 years ago, would you have?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
But slowly getting her.
But I've been exposed to more of the authentic side,
yeah.
Because you can't live in like a $10,000 a week resort, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and the thing is that I look at it is like our kids are only going to be young once. We're only going to be young once.
True.
If we could go move to Mexico for 6 months, make us like we did.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do it. We're definitely going to do it. We'd love to hear from you. When do we do it? Do we do it next year? At the end of next year?
Where should we move? PV?
Oh, it's definitely Puerto Vallarta. It's definitely Puerto Vallarta. Yeah, it's definitely Puerto Vallarta. There's no place I'd feel more comfortable. I think I could get a lot of work done. I think I could develop down there. I would like to. I've been looking at the laws of Mexico. We can't 1031 exchange in Mexico.
What time do you have?
We got plenty of time. It's only 12:15.
I gotta go.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope that we didn't scare you the hell out of doing anything. Listen,
it's the good, bad, and ugly.
It's the good, bad, and ugly, man. Real estate is not easy. Real estate is not passive, but the income is passive when it comes to the IRS. That's a different thing. So when they talk about real estate being passive, what they're talking about is how you're taxed. Active income versus passive income. It doesn't mean that can be passive. Like we manage all of our own stuff. That's why it's very in our stuff. We could hire a property manager and we probably wouldn't make any money. And we'd probably, just be watching.
You still have the tax write-offs, but I mean, financial freedom, so.
It's financial freedom. Like we're there, but we want to keep going, and to keep going, you got to keep grinding, you got to keep doing. So.
It's addictive.
It's addictive. All right, cool. Talk to you in the next one. Peace.